Okay. Brandon, I'm live again. Alright, I'm live again. Alright, screw this. Yes, birds against the birds. Let's go for a night game. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call. Our Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'm playing in this. There.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Stay there.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on.
And is that Jones the one slow to get up? Yes, Julio still down right now.
That's good.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu.
Damn it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Don't give us the first.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From midfield now, here's Ryan.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety.
Over here.
When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back.
Come on, get him. Oh, come on, Gougier.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play.
Where they hold him is nothing.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard.
Let's go. Go. Holy shit. Go.
It's a foot race. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And
here's Wentz to throw, eluding the pressure.
I'm just going to run it in. If I got injured on that, what kind of dance is that?
It's a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did. And what did his offensive... I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me.
Try to go short.
And that opens up enough space for him to go.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Okay.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with
What's
a kick.
What's the flag on?
Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal,
they'll
take it. Way better than the alternative.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that.
Right,
with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line.
All right, come in. We'll go in there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be a second and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
okay.
A ball may come your way.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
That's nice.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, come on.
But that's going to wind up incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete here. And the tight end Luke Stoker was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's when he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
What's him here?
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Aguilar, don't mess up.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
That's way different. Normal.
On play action, Wentz looking for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Ertz can get that.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on.
Jackson's got it over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, empty.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he connects with Ertz.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the markers, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they
get there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
CD, that 21.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it
comes
out to the 25-yard line.
Thought he was going to.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense.
He's going to be able to bring that out.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right?
All right, come on, Kim.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown came in hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his... I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But
all right, just going to bring it down.
A lot of time to change things. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's
there we go.
Throw. And his crew will take over at their 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Flushed down right. Now he'll let it go deep, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Let's go.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
That's going to call Wentz out early.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
All right, here we go. I keep
taking it in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We need to get some rushing
fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole other guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
That's for not going 28 and 2. So we're 1 point above where they were.
They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
It's caught inside the 25.
Holy crap, Aguilar actually caught it. But that wasn't for a touchdown, so that's why he caught it.
Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 54 yards. Excellent execution.
I'm glad,
now they're set up.
We got rid of him.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be.
17th he was good.
Like that,
after that, he just
momentum to launch another one.
Throwing his Wentz. Eluding
could
the
not.
pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And snapped a few
at this point, I don't know what we're doing with Jeffrey. Probably trading him.
Game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the
keep
red
him.
zone?
The
windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quick.
Change
It's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Man, Jackson.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles continue to roll.
We're just going
Doug Peterson
to
says,
build
let's
Wentz
go for 2
around
here.
In order
the
to lead
younger
in
wide
the game, you're going to
receivers.
get plenty of contributors. But
And
that's
give
his
him
second
some-
touchdown catch of
someone
this
new.
game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe
No,
it.
like I
For the
like
hat
Whiteside.
trick here as this one continues to go. And he's got it here for the 2
flag?
points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
No. The conversion was good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Okay, him over here.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Is that a fumble?
The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And it's fielded at the 34. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right.
Ooh.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
But it depends.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Right back to Sanders on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an
I
extended
feel like Coward is more in for
the ball. He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after
and he'll take it.
You pushed me into the end zone.
Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles
from here on now,
it on.
Dude.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played,
Brandon,
and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Now, it could also result in a melee later, though. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Sydney.
Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And this should...
Okay, let's see how many yards I have. 147.
Be the final play before the quarter ends. And welcome back. We are in the city of Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I'll probably get Jeffrey.
Getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Wentz going to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Circle.
Flushed out right.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Back at his own 6-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
All right.
So a risky move that does not pay off. And Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation.
It's fine. I'm 45-3.
Look at this thing in total. When you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? And you don't convert. That just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he's
Catch good for 6
more.
yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together.
Right,
Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
I'll get one player in.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data
Jesus
says that
Christ.
when the team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now this one to his tight end.
I'll get... Yeah, let's get one in. Alright, hold on. Yeah, he's good. He's got it.
Down on the right side.
We got this.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even
I'm just
on
gonna
downs.
run the
It
clock
confuses
out.
the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Right to man.
Flipper. Check, 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 check 9, check 9. Check, sponge. No. Ready.
They'll try to run forward with Howard. Now Howard stripped.
What?
He lost the football. And the Falcons grab
Where?
it. And the return.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Down across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I gotta see that. Alright. Where's Howard? Right there. Jordan. There. What? So, like, he even... You motherfucker.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it?
Get
Because so many
Mills in
times
there.
it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary.
Try to pick them off.
They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
And score on the final play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on the Julio Jones.
One touchdown. Oh, God.
Touchdown.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
Falcons. Julio Jones, 36 yards. And the Falcons claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I don't care at this
point. And you know,
point.
the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad
did I predict
now
that?
they're going to go for 2, so sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw, eluding the pressure right. They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
So here's a summary. Yes, because he threw more. Who had the better rushing? If you want to take a risk.